YouTube, and I'm very inspired to be here today. If you are watching this live, what you are watching is a simulcast of one of my mastermind open Q&As, and I'm grateful that you're here and you're able to see this. What we often do is we'll spend a little bit of time in the mastermind open Q&A answering some stuff from the mastermind, but then I'd like to come live to YouTube and answer any questions that you guys might have as well. So here we are. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today was taking your knowledge, your core competency, and turning it into a flood of inbound high quality prospects. And the entire point of this is being able to do it without being salesy, without being creepy, without having to do uncomfortable direct outreach, without having to slam people in the DMs. It's just being able to do it all without being sleazy and just having the right people coming to you. One of the things that I teach in the mastermind is the kind of content you should be creating that demonstrates expertise and authority well before anybody gets on a sales call with you. That's actually super important because sales calls have changed just in the last couple of years. And where sales calls used to be a call where you would demonstrate your expertise and your authority, you would get people to trust you before you made the offer for the sale on the call. We now have the ability through social media, through video, through YouTube, to take the expertise, authority, and trustworthiness building and shift that to before the call. Many people get on sales calls with me, and the first thing they say is, I binge watch your YouTube channel. So my authority and my expertise is built before they get on the call. And if you can shift authority, expertise, and trustworthiness to before the sales call, your sales calls turn into how do we get started calls. People come on your calls ready to buy. And that's a big difference from how it was even just a few years ago, where people would get on sales calls and you'd have to demonstrate all of that. It's very hard to do that in a half an hour to 45 minutes. But if people are consuming your content and getting on your sales calls, there's a larger than normal percentage of opportunity for them to turn into clients. So how do we do this? How do we turn our knowledge into a flood of these high quality prospects, high quality leads who will turn into clients? Well, the first thing I would share with you is that it's important to lead with education. And so many people come to me after I teach them this and they say, I'm afraid of teaching too much. I wouldn't worry about that. In fact, I never do. I've got 1,000 videos on YouTube, and YouTube is still my number one lead source for new business. So educational content establishes your expertise because it takes an expert to be able to teach. And by the way, if you're not good at teaching, you've got to find a way to get good at it. Because if you're a terrible teacher, your expertise is going to be deteriorated. One of the things that I will often tell people when I'm teaching them how to teach is that you have to strip away everything that's unnecessary and get down to the common core of knowledge to help people get a small transformation. So teaching and leading with education is going to establish your expertise if you do it right, and will build trust with your prospects, especially those who are problem aware and solution seeking. So share some insights, maybe create a case study. Maybe you have some inside industry knowledge that you can share. But no matter what you do, position yourself as that helpful resource rather than just someone who's trying to sell something. The research tells us that about 80% of people do engage in social media, look for how-to articles, look for how-to videos before they make a decision to buy, before they even will make a decision to reach out and contact you or subscribe or like or follow you. So a full 80% of people want to be educated before they take that next step By the way, that next step is not exchanging money with you. That next step just might be they subscribe or they connect or they follow. So when you create educational content, not only are you helping yourself get found through search and discovery, but you're also giving 80% of your audience what they need during that critical research phase. You can help shape their understanding of what solutions look like through your educational content. I'll be very transparent and tell you it's exactly what I'm doing right now. Is I'm shaping for you what a solution looks like in getting more clients into your business. Because I started this whole conversation telling you that you're watching a simulcast of a mastermind Q&A session that I'm running. And there's a bunch of people on the Zoom right now who are in my mastermind. That's what a solution looks like when you're looking to be around a large collection of people who all want the same things as you, who are cheering you on and you're cheering them on, and you're all collaborating to move forward fast. So I'm helping you by educating you, but also sharing with you what it looks like to work with me in a mastermind. And by the way, if that's something that you wanted to explore, or you just wanted to share some ideas, brainstorm with me, all you have to do is visit prouty.me. That's a website link. It's my last name, Prouty. I was born with that one. .me, I bought that. If you go to prouty.me, you will be able to get on a call with me and we can brainstorm about your business. And I can show you some cool things you could start doing right away to start getting more clients. I might even tell you about the masterminds. If they're right for you, I'll invite you to join. If they're not, that's cool too. It's not a sales call in disguise. I truly just want to help you. So prouty.me will help you get on my calendar, just mylastname.me. A couple of steps later, you'll have a time. Another consideration for you is that social media audiences tend to engage more with educational content than promotional content. So if you have fallen into the trap of always creating promotional content for what you do, it's a good time to make the shift to educational content. And we see that teaching focused posts or educational focused posts get maybe 3, 4, 5 times higher engagement rates, which will expand your organic reach through search and discovery with potential clients, potential prospects. So it's a good idea to have more teaching content, more educational content than you do promotional content. There is a place for promotional content. In fact, I just got done with a 10-day promotional sequence. It was exhausting every day to have to promote something. I was promoting a class that I gave called the Limitless LinkedIn Leads Machine. In that class, which was a 1-day class, I taught my students how to build a system that generates leads from LinkedIn 24/7. And it was step by step, without any gaps, without any questions. And people started generating leads right away from it. If that's something that's interesting to you, I can still give you access to it. If you just get with me, you can either send me a direct message through any of the social platforms, or you can hop on my calendar at prouty.me and I can show you how you can get access to that training. It's pretty impactful. So a couple more points to share with you. One is my favorite. I look at LinkedIn articles and YouTube videos kind of the same, in that when you create educational content on both of those platforms, you're building an educational content library that can work for a long period of time generating leads for you. See, unlike ads, educational content, especially educational content that will surface through search and discovery, can attract and nurture prospects for months or even years after you've published them. So the two modalities that will do that for you are YouTube videos and LinkedIn articles, because both of those are indexed inside of Google search. So I have LinkedIn articles that show up when people search for certain things that then make an offer for people to get on my calendar through prouty.me. And people will find those articles through search. They will then go to those articles And they will then, some of them will get on my calendar, and some of those people turn into clients. YouTube works the same way. Inside of YouTube, those videos are indexed by Google search. So not only will they show up in the #2 search engine in the world, which happens to be YouTube, but they also show up in Google search. So by creating this educational content library, you are building a lead generation system that can last for years. And the reality is, I have videos on YouTube that I published 3 years ago that bring me leads every single week. I worked a couple of hours to create those videos, and here we are 3 years later, and I'm still getting leads from them. And I didn't have to pay anything in terms of advertising to get those leads. You can do the same thing. When you are creating your educational content, it's going to be essential that you address the most common questions that people have. So you're going to have to figure out how to figure out what these questions are. In the masterminds, I teach a variety of ways to do that. Some of them are really impactful. Some of them, light bulbs start going on right away. You're going to have to figure that out. You've got to know what the top questions are that people are asking. What do they want to know about? What do they want to learn how to do? Because the people who are going to consume your content are going to consume it because you're addressing a pain point they have, or a question that they have, or some education that they're seeking. So you're going to have to figure that out. Now, you can spend days, weeks, months, years trying to figure that out. But if you'd like a straightforward way to figure that out that works for every niche, that works for every business, as long as your clients are online, I would encourage you to hop on my calendar by going to prouty.me. Maybe if somebody's watching this, could you type that in the chat? Just type, not in the Zoom chat. I know you guys know it. In the YouTube chat. I see Coach Trev is out there. Trev, could you just type in https://prouty.me so they can click on it? That might be easier for them. If you go there, I'm going to show you a straightforward approach to figuring out the top questions that your market is asking without having to guess. Absolutely no, so that you have a content plan that educates, that builds that library, that gets 3 to 5 times higher engagement, that satisfies the 80% of your market that wants to be educated, and establishes your expertise, your authority, and your trustworthiness before people even get on the call. Speaking of calls, if you'd like to hop on a call with me and brainstorm about your business and brainstorm about how you can grow your business by getting more clients coming to you, instead of having to guess and wonder and spin your wheels and wake up every day looking in the mirror saying, is this all there is? Instead of that, let's get a flow of clients coming to you so that you can make more money, so that you can be happy in your business, and so that you can ultimately impact the people that you wish to serve. All right, so I hope you got a ton out of this, and I'm really grateful that you were here with me today for this quick training. And you can let me know in the comments. I see that actually that there are some comments. Are the skills we learn in your class transferable across multiple social media platforms? Yeah, I kind of see everything as working the same way. So what I mean by that is what you do on LinkedIn will work very well on Facebook and Instagram. What you do on YouTube can work in other places as well. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Rob. Rob's kind of made my day today. Rob said, I'm on YouTube listening to a wise man. I hope I hope you really mean that. That kind of just made my day. I should probably screen capture that and send it to my mom. What you do on one social platform will work very well on other social platforms. Everything works the same way, with the exception of TikTok. TikTok is kind of its own little ecosystem. And until you develop a lot of momentum on TikTok, you're like starting fresh every single day. But the other platforms, just always think building the content library that educates people so that they come to me. So you can do that. What I like about LinkedIn and YouTube, LinkedIn articles, not LinkedIn posts. LinkedIn posts don't generally show up. LinkedIn articles, Reddit articles, Quora, lame. Medium articles, YouTube videos all show up in Google search. So you do a good job. You create a video on YouTube, you do a good job optimizing that so it shows up in search. Then you take that video, transcribe, create an article for LinkedIn, optimize it so it shows up in search, share it out on Reddit, rewrite it, do a light rewrite, put it on Medium, do another light rewrite, blog on your website. Now you're going to have 5 or 6 different entries in Google search. And I'll share a ninja tactic with you. You get that right. Not only are you going to show up in Google search, you're going to show up in any kind of AI tool as well. So somebody goes into an AI tool and they say, Rob, I don't know what you do, but they say, hey, help me find the top people who do this. And you've done a good job at optimizing your content. You're going to be there. It's one of the first things we start working on with my private clients, which is how do we get you to show up in AI search? Rob says, yes, I do, my friend. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't know, man. I feel like I could end my day today. I'm seriously screen capturing this. And I'm going to send it to my mom, Rob, so that my mom is like, oh, Christopher, I don't know what you do, but I see you all over YouTube. I'll show my mom that people actually think I'm smart. My mom is going to feel so happy when she sees that. She'll be like, oh, I did such a good job raising you. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. I guess, Rob, my only question for you is why aren't you in any of my programs? Like my entry-level mastermind, what is it? It's like it's less than the cost of coffee. You get to see me 4 times a week. Anyway, if you go to prouty.me, that's my last name.me, hop on my calendar. You want to brainstorm about your business. I'm truly not. Hey, Trev, could you pop that link in? Can you pop in the https://prouty.me so people can click on it? Ma Prouty. I'll tell her. I can't type it in. I have to sign in to be able to type it in. Otherwise, I would type it in. Let me just do the thing of signing in here. I'll put it in there. There is my calendar. Hop on my calendar. I'm not going to sell to you. You already know if you want to buy. I'm not going to put you through that because I've already built my expertise authority. You just hop on the calendar. The link's there for you YouTube people. And if you're watching this on the replay, you're doing one of 2 things is happening right now. If you're watching this on the replay, either you think it's live and you're looking around trying to figure out where that link is. Don't worry. I'll put it in the comments below. Or you're looking for where that link is because you can't see the chat. I'll put it in the comments below. So same answer for both situations. I have a lot of people who write comments on my lives. They're like, am I watching this live? In about 2 minutes, no, you won't be. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me here today, YouTube. You guys are amazing. I'm glad we had a chance to do that. The stuff that we covered in the mastermind before I went live was like this. But that's like, I gotta save that stuff. Stay in touch, Rob. Dude, no matter what, you've made my day. You've made my day today. I kind of want to buy you a coffee for that. Like, seriously. So thanks for that. You made my day. I say this to the people in the mastermind all the time. It doesn't matter how many thousands of people or how many people, it doesn't matter. I care about every single person, paid or not. I care about every single person to help them. That's my mission. It doesn't matter. So there you go. All right, guys, we're wrapping up here on YouTube. So I'm just going to sign off and say thank you so much for being here. A bunch of people just joined, but my core teaching has already been done. So watch the replay. We did a lot of cool stuff there. And I will be back here live on YouTube in 1 week's time, simulcasting the mastermind that we're in. All right. I'll see you YouTube.